My name is Sarah. I live in a small town called Millfield. I am 32 years old. I am an ordinary woman with an ordinary life. At least, that is what people think. But inside me, there is a story that I can never forget. It happened at a train station. It was late. It was cold. And it was the last train. I have a younger sister. Her name was Emma. She was 5 years younger than me. She was soft and gentle, but also lonely. After our parents died, I became like a mother to her. But as she grew older, I became busy with work. I visited her less. She often said, "Sarah, I feel alone. Can you come tonight?" Sometimes I went, but many times I said, "Not tonight. I am tired." I did not know that one night my answer would change everything. It was a Friday night. I was leaving my office late. My phone rang. It was Emma. Her voice shook. "Please, Sarah, come tonight. I feel afraid. Something is wrong." I was tired. I wanted to go home. I looked at the time, 11:30 p.m. If I went to her, I would miss the last train home. "Emma, not tonight," I said. "I will see you tomorrow." She begged. "What if tomorrow is too late?" I sighed. "Emma, please, don't be dramatic. Tomorrow, I promise." I hung up. I thought it was nothing. But that was my first mistake. I walked to Millfield Station. The air was cold. The platform was almost empty. I sat on a wooden bench. A man in a dark coat stood near the wall. A woman with a small child waited. A student read a book. A pale man sat alone. His eyes were sharp. He looked at me. After a moment, he walked closer. He sat beside me. "Do you believe in regret?" he asked. I frowned. "What do you mean?" He smiled, thin and strange. "You will know soon." Then he walked away. At midnight, the last train arrived. The doors opened. The few passengers stepped in. I entered too. I sat down. The train moved. The lights flickered. The pale man was also inside. He sat across from me. He leaned forward. "You should have gone to her," he whispered. My heart jumped. "How do you know about Emma?" I asked. He only smiled. "Regret always comes too late." Then the lights went out. The train was dark. I heard only the sound of the wheels. I felt a breath near my ear. A whisper came, "Remember this night." The lights came back. The pale man was gone. The seat was empty. The other passengers looked normal. The woman held her child. The student read his book. The man in the coat looked at his phone. I shook with fear. Was I dreaming? When I reached home, I was too afraid to sleep. I checked my phone. There were 5 missed calls from Emma. I called her back, but a police officer answered. "I'm sorry," he said. "Your sister Emma passed away last night. It happened around midnight." The phone slipped from my hand. I fell to the floor. At the same time Emma died, I was on the last train. At the same time, the pale man whispered in my ear. Days passed, but I could not eat, I could not sleep. I remembered Emma's word, what if tomorrow is too late? Tomorrow was too late. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw the pale man. I heard his whisper, "You should have gone to her." I knew then that he was not only a man, he was something else. Maybe death. Maybe my guilt made real. But it did not matter. His words were true. Now I live with regret. I cannot change that night. I cannot bring Emma back. But I can remember her. I can speak her name. I can tell her story. And I can tell you this. If someone you love calls for you, go. Do not wait. Do not say tomorrow. Because sometimes tomorrow never comes. This is my story. The story of regret, of fear, of the last train.